everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Off the Board, and today I'm doing something a little unusual. I caught, over the weekend, I caught a layout that Sharon Barrackman lifted. She did this layout, and she did it for Moira O'Reilly, and we were all celebrating Moira's 1,000 subbies on YouTube. But she lifted a lift that Khristina Sorge did, scrap lifting, an original layout by Moira. So I'm just showing you Sharon's layout, and it's one of Khristina's go-to designs that I recognize, and it has become one of my go-to designs, where there's usually 7 and 7 inches below of one pattern and 5 inches above with another. And a couple horizontal elements. In this case, Sharon actually tore the papers, and clusters in either this corner and this corner, or this corner and this corner, across from each other diagonally, with some splattering around the clusters and some little clusters of enamel dots. It's just a beautiful design, and I hope I can do it justice. So I'm going to work with this panel of 3 photos, one from far away, one from closer up, and one from really close up, that my son James, that's him, took at the park that's right near our house just a couple days ago. He was out with his girls, and the park was pretty empty, as you can see here. There's nobody else there. And they got out on the swings. The girls got on the swings, and so did he. And they just had a great, kind of a simple sort of day. So, unbeknownst to, or without any regard whatsoever for the colors in the photos, I've chosen this color scheme from my For the Love of Homemade Kits kit. And I have this little bowl of embellishments that I may or may not use. So I've got this little panel to go right there. My title will more likely be a pre-made perspective or something like that. So I'm just going to start kind of gluing things together. This paper, I think, came from Khristina in one of the Palooza kits, and I haven't used it. I think I have this paper in my own stash, and I want to say it's my mind's eye, but I'm not absolutely sure. This is, let's see where the rest of it, this is my mind's eye. It's from Follow Your Heart, and I put that in there because it went with so many other things that went with this. So this is going to be my horizontal element, and I'm going to kind of stick it right here. I'm going to have one of them torn and the other not torn. So I'm going to put that there because that's going to get hidden by the panel, and I really just need a small bit of this, and it's going to go. Let's make sure that I have it at the same place. Let's see. Okay, now I'm going to take this strip of black and white striped paper, and I'm going to tear it realizing, of course, a lot of it's going to get hidden, but I do want some showing up over here, the other side of that. So we'll see how this works. I'm hoping I can tuck it at least a little bit down in there. Okay. I'm having to lift this up. I maybe should have thought of that before I put the glue on those houndstooth strips. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there and just kind of a little, see, it came out. It'll be fine once I get the photo cluster on there. Okay, and this is gonna go here. I'm gonna bring it down maybe a little bit so that more of the black and white shows. I want there. And I use the black and white even though in this stripe that's navy blue and that's gray. I figured it wouldn't matter. I think black and white kind of goes with anything, but I'm wondering, I'm questioning that at the moment. Okay, so I've got that there, and this I know I want right here, and maybe offset there. That could actually work for a title. Okay, there is on the right side of the right, underneath the right photo, there's a little scalloped panel, and I'm going to actually use this this branding strip that has butterflies on it. Just going to kind of tuck it there, and I'm going to put it on some foam. To give it a little oomph. I may regret that. Actually, let me not do that, because this is on one layer of foam and I don't want this to be as tall as that. So let me go here. I think that's good. And now I can either put today or hello here or nothing. Let me put nothing for the moment. Now let me go to the opposite corners for the clusters. I've made these banners to anchor the clusters. I'm going to put them in place, and I may tuck a piece of foam under there to lift it up, depending on what the completed clusters look like. Okay, now I have these acrylic pieces that have leaves in them. And I thought I'd want to use this because they're out in the trees. Maybe I'll use that one there, and this one down here, and I'll use, well, how about this? I really like how those colors look against this coral background. So I'm going to do this and let that be kind of loose. And I'll do the same here. Okay, that's going to work for me. It's these, I obviously could cut a single circle in half. And it's going to look like two very different pieces because of the difference in how the print looks against the background. Okay, we'll do that. Now, I have a bicycle here that could go there. Let me kind of leave it in place there. I have this envelope that has the coral color. It's not an exact match. It's an exact match to this, not such an exact match to that. So I could put it here and put some foam underneath it. There's a sticky panel here. I'll do this. And then I can tuck some things under there. And one of the things I have is this leaf sprig that I recognize from some Paige Evans collection. And I think this is from, oh, I'm losing my mind here. A collection that Sharon gave me when she was my secret sister at a retreat in Colorado. So I'm going to use it somewhere on here. It may be all I have left of that collection. I'm going to kind of put that there. This is a bit, these little bits right here came from a different layout. They're kind of left from that. I like this Home Sweet Home circle, and it has the gold glitter on it, which if I use some gold glitter here and then this other gold glitter, this kind of helps tie that in. And I could do it like that. I'm kind of changing the placement of the large elements on here. I could do my hello, maybe even right there. Let's just leave that there. I've got this thing that says every day. Can do this here, and I'll maybe add something to that. I'm going to put this actually on some foam and let it have some place underneath where I might be able to tuck something like this, which is just a perfect color for that. Okay, let's go here. And I've got this flower that kind of has that coral look. I could tuck it under there, or I could kind of add it into the mix there. I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of moving around. I've got this word favorite, which when you lay it across here, looks like the right color coral, but I can't really make it seem to work anywhere there. So this is nice right in there, and I might have a tiny flower that I could squeeze in. I do have a little teensy butterfly. I'm gonna, if I lift it up on here, it kind of stays lifted. Okay, let's see what I've got in the way of flowers. I have this one that's too pink, so that goes back. I've got this one where the aqua might be a little bit too green, but it could maybe tuck in to that envelope. I kind of like how it looks there. So let me decide that that's where it's gonna go. I have this wood grain vellum leaf that I think looks amazing. See, it tucks into the bottom and the top flap there. Okay, still working with the idea of this one. Maybe this one could kind of go right there. Okay, a little bit of foam. And let's do tape because this is thin paper. Okay, I like that. I don't need this. Let me see if this wood grain vellum, because they're in the woods, I kind of like using wood grain. It doesn't, nothing kind of thrills me there. I am gonna put, well, do I want every day across here, or do I want hello? And if I put every day across there, would hello work here? I think so. And this doesn't have a particular place on the page, maybe somewhere like here. Nope, don't need that, don't need that. And if hello goes here, I'm not gonna use the bicycle, or do I want it here? Nope, okay. So, and I think today is just too big to go anywhere. So let me get this guy on here. And the idea with the everyday is that it's an everyday kind of activity that's available to us now that nobody can go anywhere. So the park is walkable, and for the most part, people wear masks and keep their distance, and it's a good place to get out and get some exercise. Now, I'm going to defy all reason, and I'm gonna fussy cut this tiny, tiny little butterfly. I can't even see the antennae, let alone cut them, so that's not going to be included. But I thought I'd use it as a little bit of an accent right over there by the hello, just to add some color to it. And I'm going to kind of put it right there in the middle of the blue because it's orange. Just a little silly detail. And when that's dry, I'll be able to fold up the leaves a little bit more. So now I'm going to try to emulate Sharon's enamel dots. She uses enamel dots, 3 different sizes, and puts them fairly close together. So I'm going to use these aqua ones, which match, you know, kind of go with some of the other things a little bit better. And I'm going to use these coral. So I'll use a big one here, and I'm gonna put it, I'll put it here, this little cluster here, one, and then a medium-sized one kind of here, and then a tiny one here. Okay, and then I'm gonna take these coral ones. I should have put the coral ones here, but they just don't match quite well enough. I'll put the coral ones up here, maybe lapping over the photo as they are in Sharon's. Okay, that's the large and the small are on the photo. And this way, when I put the medium on the background, it's actually going to be on the black and white background. Okay, I think I'm done. This doesn't require a whole lot of journaling. I think I'm happy with it. I love the colors, and even though he's wearing a blue shirt that matches nothing, and Katie's wearing red instead of this coral color, I still think that the page is a good backdrop for highlighting those photos. So thank you for watching. I'll let me bring this up closer so you can see the detail. There, I love this acrylic piece. That's nice, and the envelopes are just adorable. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for another off the board with pineapple papers, and I will have links to all the other ladies who have videos today, and I hope you'll follow the links and catch all the inspiration. Bye.